There's always a road to get you wherever you want to go, but as these paranormal dashcam videos show, you never know what you will encounter along the way. Number 11. A YouTuber and his friend are riding a motorcycle throughout the Indian town of Uti when they unexpectedly zoom past a pedestrian clad in ancient-looking robes. Watch this part, and if you happen to share their language, please translate what's being shouted at the person here. I'm guessing that they probably said watch where you're going or something along those lines. Whatever it is that they said, it must have really upset the other person, because after driving in a straight line for about another minute, this happens. They come across the same person as before. Yet this is impossible because there is no way that the person could have been traveling on foot faster than what they were doing on a bike. Suddenly it dawns on them that they were most likely taunting a spirit, and it looks like they actually get off their bike to flee. This video looks very authentic, and I'm inclined to believe it is real because there's no added music or sound effects, just raw footage. If anyone is from the town of Uti or lives nearby, let me know if these sightings are common in the area, or better yet, tell me if you've ever seen something like this yourself. Number 10. This car is making its way down the BKE Expressway in Singapore when it manages to catch the split-second image of what could be a paranormal hitchhiker searching for its next ride. The ghostly presence looks too tall to be a normal human being, and its limbs look too long as well. Though I guess this stretched appearance could be an optical illusion from being captured at a high rate of speed. Some people even say it looks like they are floating. I want to hear your opinion, so let me know if you agree. Number 9. This road in Western Russia has up to 10 accidents a year on average, many with no survivors. A woman is driving late at night when something in the road makes her pause. Then, as her dashcam shows, she finds a fleeting visitor. Paranormal investigators would later review this video and claim that this is the spirit of a bride who lost her life on this road in the 80s. I'm not sure how they came to this conclusion. Let me know if the woman appears to be wearing Russian wedding attire or not. Most importantly, there is no reason for a complete stranger to dart in front of the car and then disappear like that. Number 8. A YouTuber named Swinetown Swine puts on his helmet cam and starts making a random video while cruising around town. As he is busy recording his thoughts, he briefly notices a red car in the distance going around the bend. Swinetown Swine is traveling and quickly catches up to where the red car just was, but when he gets there, he's surprised at what he finds.
The world, if you're going to start doing that sort of shit. What are you doing? What was this car doing? Where's it gone? Okay. What the f***?
The red car, which was clearly present moments ago, is no longer anywhere to be found on the road. Swinetown Swine is convinced that this was a phantom car, but I'm not sure. Well, I think it's definitely a possibility. I just wish we could have seen just a little farther to the right during this part. I feel like the red car might have been down a little more and just out of sight, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you think about this one. Number 7. This Russian dashcam video starts with a car full of friends gawking at a figure dressed in all black, who looks very out of place standing all alone in the quiet city streets so late at night. Something feels off about this stranger, so they decide to double back and take a second look out of curiosity. This time they get a much better view at the shadowy apparition and they all yell in surprise. The cloaked figure has stepped into the street and now faces them, almost as if expecting their return. The camera's quality is admittedly not very good, but I can't make out a single discerning feature of this person's face, which makes me wonder if they even have one to begin with. It's almost as if they were a shadow person. Then again, these friends kind of sound like they were possibly making a big deal out of nothing. With that said, something about the figure's silent, menacing posture and the way it stands in place makes me think this could be a spirit after all. Number 6. This dashcam video originates from somewhere in Russia. A large truck swerves out of the way of something invisible, narrowly missing oncoming traffic in the process. Then a pedestrian suddenly appears from behind the truck and calmly walks away like nothing happened. The uploader of this video is sure that this is a ghost, and assuming this video is not CGI, I would have to agree. Slow the video down and you can clearly see how nothing is in the truck's path at first, and then the person instantly appears only after the truck has passed. It's almost as if the truck has passed straight through them. Number 5. Route 666 in Ohio is well known for all sorts of paranormal sightings, such as hitchhikers without a face and other demonic entities. With this in mind, a YouTuber named The Planet Earth decides to take a long drive down Route 666 at night and records everything with his dash cam. The entire 17-minute video is rife with fear and suspense as this YouTuber thinks he sees something multiple times and bravely stops the car to investigate. One part of the video is particularly concerning. Keep your eyes on the left side and tell me if you see anything weird in the darkness.
Okay. What is that?
I'm not sure if this is just a reflection of a road sign or something, but there appears to be 2 glowing eyes on the left side of the road. If these are reflective markers, then I'm not sure why someone would bother putting 2 of them in the middle of nowhere like that. With all of the rumors surrounding Route 666, I wouldn't be surprised if this red pair of eyes belonged to something supernatural, waiting for the next car to break down. Number 4. A person is driving down a 4-lane highway at night when they spy a figure wrapped in all white standing on the side of the road. As they get closer, they realize the strange person is not at all what they first appeared to be. What originally looked like a person waving hello or hitchhiking suddenly loses form and floats upwards towards the car as it speeds by, revealing nothing underneath. I'm not sure if I believe this video is real because a ghost under a sheet is such a classic stereotype that it almost has to be CGI. Then again, maybe this really is the spirit of a hitchhiker using cloth to show the outline of its true form. Number 3. These co-workers are carpooling from their job back to their homes in Osaka, Japan, when someone standing in the middle of the snowy road gives them pause. They stare at the stranger in stunned disbelief, and then they get a much closer view. Pause the video and you'll notice how the woman appears to have a long smile scratched into her face and dark sullen eyes. I don't recognize this from any television or movie series, but at the same time, I really don't want to believe it's real, unless someone can properly identify this video. Then it is almost certainly one of the most convincing paranormal dashcam sightings I have seen yet. Number 2. A taxi cab in Japan pulls over to pick up a paying passenger. You can clearly see the customer waiting on the side of the road for a ride during this part. Maybe they're standing a bit more rigidly than normal, but other than that, nothing about them seems too out of place. So imagine the taxi driver's surprise when his door swings open and this happens. His door opens and shuts, but nobody gets inside. When I first saw this video, I figured the passenger simply opened the door and then changed their mind about getting inside and shut it again, but apparently that's not what happened. Here you can see the driver rush to the front of the taxi in disbelief and look down the street for someone who is no longer there. He and many others who have watched this are positive that a paranormal presence let itself inside of the taxi and then shut the door. I just wish that there was a dash cam recording behind the taxi so that we could see if the person was walking down the street or if they truly disappeared. I guess we'll never know for sure, but since many other local taxi drivers have been reporting ghost passengers ever since the last major tsunami hit Japan, I think this incident could very well be real. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. I recently released a music video for my song Sidelined, and I'd love to get your opinion on it. Tap the circle icon in the top right corner, then tap my music video to give it a watch. It's also linked in the description below. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way you'll be notified of the new videos I upload every Thursday and Saturday. Number 1. Myrtle Sorosa is a popular model and actress from the Philippines who witnessed something unexplainable while on tour. In eastern Samar, she and her crew are navigating unlit back roads when they spot this small phantom-like figure in the street.
Ay, huwag kayo titigil! Oh my God, anong meron? Huwag kayo titigil!
In Myrtle's words, the white blob caught by the dash cam does not match what they saw in person. She says what they saw looked more like a child who was around 10 years old with a pale face and a bluish-white shirt. They wanted to double back and save the helpless child, but their tour guide said that this road is famous for child ghost sightings and that it was best to get out of there quickly. I guess this could all be just a publicity stunt, but since eastern Samar once had a bad typhoon that claimed the lives of many children, I think that she is probably telling the truth.